Good evening, parents, students, and faculty. Thank you all for being here. My name is Stephen Tonetti, and I'm the president of National Honor Society. Tonight is a very special night for all of us. As my fellow seniors and I receive our cords and wrap up our school year, a new group of intelligent, compassionate, and sincere individuals will take our place, exemplifying the National Honor Society values of scholarship, leadership, character, and service. Indeed, the students selected for National Honor Society display these characteristics in their school and communities, and the juniors here should be very proud of what they have accomplished. Being admitted to National Honor Society is both an honor and a privilege, and completing service work through the organization is rewarding. My fellow seniors should be equally proud of what they have accomplished since we first were admitted last year. Together, through our community service involvement, we have positively impacted our school and neighborhoods. We have acted as role models, we have served our community, and we have made a difference. National Honor Society affords students with the opportunity to impact their school and community, and all students in NHS should take full advantage of this opportunity. I think I speak for all of my fellow NHS members and the faculty at Vernon Hills when I say I have full confidence that the incoming NHS members will be able to better their community as well. Congratulations and good luck to all of you. I'd now like to introduce Nia Powell, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. At this point in tonight's ceremony, we would like to begin the sand ceremony. Each color of sand represents one of the 4 core values of National Honor Society: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. The first characteristic is scholarship. All National Honor Society members must meet the scholarship requirement for membership of a 3.4 GPA on a 4.0 scale.
True scholarship consists in not knowing what things exist, but what they mean. It is not memory, but judgment.
The second characteristic is leadership. Student leaders are those who are resourceful, good problem solvers, promoters of school activities, idea contributors, dependable, and persons who exemplify positive attitudes about life. Leadership experiences can be drawn from school or community activities while working with or for others.
If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader.
The third characteristic is character. The student of good character upholds principles of morality and ethics, is cooperative, demonstrates high standards of honesty and reliability, shows courtesy, concern, and respect for others, and generally maintains a good and clean lifestyle.
Be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are.
The fourth characteristic is service. This quality is defined through volunteer contributions made by a student to a school or community, and it is done without compensation and with a courteous, positive, and enthusiastic spirit. Enthusiastic, there we go.
The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Good evening. I am Alicia Aboud, and I am an English teacher and the Assistant Advisor for National Honor Society. Now I am going to read the names of our seniors, and we are going to honor them with the cords that they will wear on graduation night. Priyanka Alluri. Brianna Ballman. Sarah Barani. Daniel Bai. Meredith Bennett Swanson. Evan Borden. Catherine Bulos. Anna Chung. Jennifer Clausen. Jordan Commodore. Courtney Corrado. Sarah Syriac. Amy Dolan. Zachary Ekstrom. Maxwell Fisher. TJ Fliss. Trenton Fulton. Zachary Furlett. Terry Gership. Emily Greenberg. Jacob Hollendorf. Kelly Johnston. Kyle Kazanjian. Paige Kibler. Kimberly Kim. Michelle Kong. Lauren Lee. Angela Lee. Thomas Lee. Alina Lahaki. Roger Levy. Aaron Lindauer. Michelle Liu. Sarah Lopez. Jasmine Maldonado. Susan Mari. Kayla Marvin. Neil McLean. Bradley McGee. Dylan McNamara. Alyssa Miller. Udit Nangia. Kylie Niemeyer. Allie Peacock. Erica Peepo. Brett Peterson. David Pierce. Paige Powell. Megan Ramirez. Drake Randall. Shruti Rangarajan. Claire Repschel. Alexi Ravinsky. Eva Resnack. Nicholas Saliba. Emma Schuster. Siobhan Shaw. Lauren Ship. Shosh Shanes. Eric Swanson. Stephen Tinetti. Jessica Tomback. Allison Tron. Benjamin Turley. Heidi Vanderblumer. Gabriella Vidal. Nathaniel Wells. Kurt Wickbolt. And Stephanie Yee.
My name is Nick Austin, and in addition to being a counselor here at the school, I also serve as the head advisor for the National Honor Society. It's my privilege to serve as the head advisor, and it's also my privilege to welcome our guest speaker for this evening, Mr. Frank Lastina. Mr. Lastina has been serving students for 35 years in education, and it's actually his last few months here before he says goodbye to all of us and retires. So if any of you have had a son or daughter that has had the privilege of having Mr. Lastina in class before, you know about his passion for music and his passion for students, and so I hope you'll join me in welcoming Mr. Frank Lastina.
I was both a little excited and maybe just a little bit nervous about the responsibility when I learned they wanted me to say a little bit more than my usual, turn off your cell phones and would you please not use flash photography, which many of you heard many times before. First of all, congratulations to the students who are here this evening in your selection to National Honor Society. As you know, selection to National Honor Society at Vernon Hills High School is quite an accomplishment. As we say, it's not just about the grades. That's an important note because many things in life are like that. It's not just about the grade or completing the assignment. I like to put it this way. It's not what you do in life, but actually, it's how you do it that really counts. The first topic I want to mention this evening is success and happiness. It's universal, right? Everyone wants the same thing, no matter what culture. Success is often tied to hard work, but very often, important is also luck and good fortune. They're very helpful. Happiness, on the other hand, is a totally different subject, but I'm going to get to that in a moment. When I was first invited to speak this evening, my first thought was, what qualifies me to give advice to National Honor Society induction ceremony? After some thought, I concluded that I have a very unique perspective, and that is what I would like to share with you this evening. First, maybe my qualifications as I thought of them. One obvious qualification is age. You know, let's get the old guy. He knows a lot. Old people are like that, you know. This year, as you heard, actually marks my 33rd year in education. 33 years teaching high school orchestra at only 3 different high schools. And I'm proud to say that the last 13 years were here at Vernon Hills High School, and I've been here since the school opened. And that's really been one of the most satisfying parts of my career. My role as orchestra director also offers a unique perspective. Most students who participate in orchestra are there for 4 years. I watch students grow as musicians, and I also watch them grow as young adults. You really get to know students after you've had them in class for 4 years. And it gives you a different perspective as to what students are really, really like. One thing that gave me even more perspective is taking a few trips with students. We travel quite a bit in the music department, as you may have heard. And you spend 8 or 9 days in Europe with 50 high school students, and you really start to know what high school students are really like. And I really mean that both with a smile and sincerely, because you see a different side, as we're seeing this evening, of how wonderful students can be. Over the years, I've noticed a high percentage of orchestra students in National Honor Society. I noticed that tonight. I know so many students here. I'm not going to take credit for that, and that debate is going to be ongoing about the connection of music and everything else, and that's not what it's all about. It's just an observation. However, in my opinion, there's one more thing that qualifies me more than anything else to give advice about success and happiness in college, as well as life beyond your education. And that is my total dedication to Facebook. Now stay with me, I'm actually a little serious about this. I have so many former students, going back these 33 years, who are now friends on Facebook. I knew them in school, I knew what they were like, and I had visions of what they may be like as they grow older. And now I know them as adults. In my opinion, it's the perfect unscientific, in my opinion, it's the perfect unscientific psychological study. And the unscientific part is almost important. I'm happy to report that many students have found success and happiness. I am sorry to report that not all have been so lucky. I'm very happy to report that there seems to be a direct correlation to students who were in National Honor Society and the success and happiness later in life. I'm sorry to report that it's a negative correlation. I was just seeing if you were paying attention. You had me worried there for a minute. It's like that moment in class where you're not quite sure everybody's with you. I've noticed one common theme, though, in Facebook regarding happiness. Many of my former students who seem to be happy in life have at least one passion for something creative. Now, this may just be a coincidence, but stay with me here for a moment. Please remember those two words together, passion and creativity. It could be music, it could be writing, art, dance, theater, design, or photography. If you're already doing something creative, find a way to keep doing it. Keep doing it. If you're not doing something creative, try something new. If you're not sure about participating right away, start with simply attending live concerts, art shows, theater events. Sure, I have many former students that are performing professionally. Some are successful music educators. They make me very proud. But it's just as rewarding for me to see photos of my former students attending concerts or music lessons with their children. It's just nice to see that you're passing on that passion about the arts. There are negatives about Facebook also. The high school seniors, when I started my first year in teaching, are now all turning 50. If there's one thing that makes you feel older faster than anything else, is seeing your former students turn 50. Dale Carlton was the first one, trumpet player, first chair. When I saw his 50th, never mind. In conclusion, Facebook has simply confirmed something I already suspected. There is no way to predict future success simply by what you did in high school. Perhaps that is better news for those students who are not in attendance tonight, but I think it's also an important perspective for those students who are here this evening. You still have work to do. Your road is not done. Find your passion and then share your passion to inspire others. Even if that sharing happens on Facebook, you need to share that passion. Now think about the ultimate success and happiness. Get a picture in your mind. What if you chose a profession that allows you to be creative every day and allows you the opportunity to share that passion with 150 amazing Vernon Hills High School students every day? Wouldn't that be priceless? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Listina. At this time, what I'd like to do is ask all juniors to rise, and you're going to recite after me. So this is called the National Honor Society Pledge, and please repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the highest purposes of the National Honor Society. To shorten it a little. To which I have been elected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. And will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character.
Scholarship, service, leadership, and character.
You may be seated. Congratulations.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so glad so many of you are here tonight to watch as our seniors are awarded with their cords, and soon to see our juniors who are going to be inducted into the Vernon Hills High School chapter of National Honor Society. I'm Mrs. Steffens, and I am the department chairperson for international languages, but I am also the coordinator for the NHS Faculty Council. So the council and I are the ones who assist our students get to this point tonight. And then after tonight, Mr. Austin and Mrs. Aboud take it from here. So juniors, first row, I will invite you to stand up and we will begin our induction. Caitlin Amade. Elizabeth Boardman. Jacob Boyer. Emma Rootman. Christine Chapman. Susie Chen. Jennifer Chang. Jennifer Choi. Taylor Coco. Jordan Cotton. Lauren Dantes. Helen Dang. Haley Ehrlich. Kyle Urchinger. Carly Feldman. Grace Ferrolo. Alexis Flake. Jordan Freebrun. David Geidemann. Logan Gashorn. Lubna Hassan. Shannon Healy. Michael Hines. Ann Ho. Nadia Hugh. Yulun Wu. Tyler Jacobson. Rachel Jacoby. Kelly Kelch. Emily Katz. Yasmin Kahir. Jufil Kim. Robert Kinnear. Kathy Kaswara. Catherine. Michael Kaswara. Michaela Kulvarina. Adriana Hertzenberg. Madeline Lassen. Courtney Lawless. Rishi Lee. Neil Mystery. Hayden Moffat. Claudia Morin. Prithyusha Namburi. Nicholas Newman. Annie Novak. Luz Pasillas. Isabel Pat. Yulia Kamaranets. Nia Powell. Bradley Rogers. Daniel Raditsky. Ann Ramses. Kelsey Steele. Brooke Siegel. Zachary Silver. Natalie Scuffington. Allison Skiatis. Mickey Skinner. Sydney Smith. Justin Song. Michael Sprider. Victoria Steigerwald. Mona Storino. Tyler Saralaika. Melanie Tectiel. Caitlin Udesky. Olivia Weaver. Rebecca Whalen. Harper Wilgus. Tyler Wood. Alexandra Zhang. Alice Zhang. Eric Zhang. Tiffany Zhang. Please join me in recognizing our newest members of the
Well, as we close our ceremony tonight, I just want to speak for just a brief moment here, just about what a joy it is for me as a counselor here in the building to also be able to work with your students in the National Honor Society. I realize that these students that are sitting before us here, who have achieved a high level of scholarship, who are growing in leadership and character and in service, don't just spring on up holes in the ground and show up in our classroom here, but rather it's the efforts of you as parents and as grandparents, sisters and brothers and extended family here that work with them, that teach them and love them on a daily basis, that really shape their character and mold their integrity into what it is today. So I thank you as family members for supporting them this senior year. I also want to have a quick thank you to my senior leadership team that sits up here on stage. Let's give them a round of applause. You know, it's so great as an advisor just to be able to take just the basic information of a community service project. The who, the what, the how many, what time, what should they wear. I pass it off to the leadership team and they do a great job of publicizing it to the other members of the National Honor Society. These seniors met with me really on a weekly basis, Friday after school throughout the entire school year, even right before the major holidays, winter break, spring break, and so I thank them for their efforts. And I also thank you as seniors for really just jumping into the community service opportunities that we have for you. Sorry, Kyle, to single you out, but it's so great just to be able to give you the basic information for the Use Electronics project that we had last December, just for you to run with it and organize when it's going to take place and how we're going to do that. And so that was just a great effort by you and for all of you seniors throughout the year. All right, so seniors, we thank you for your service. Juniors, we welcome you into NHS with open arms. We're excited that you'll be joining us. And like Mr. Listina, I charge you and encourage you to make your senior year the best that it can be, not just to coast towards the finish line of high school, but really to use senior year as a springboard to launch yourselves into the next step of your career. We're going to have a short reception right outside here in the cafeteria and foyer, and I just encourage you as parents to congratulate your sons and daughters for the great accomplishments that they've had tonight. Thank you.